country, not yourself. The President also signed a memorandum modernizing the structure of the National Security Council and the Homeland Security Council. There's been a lot of misreporting this week about what this memo does and does not do. So let me walk you through this real quick. There's two issues at hand. One is the makeup of the NSC, and the other is the makeup of the Principals Committee. The Principal Committee is merely the NSC minus the President. The idea is that the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the DNA are being downgraded or removed is utter nonsense. They are at every NSC meeting and are welcome to attend the principals' meetings as well. To be clear, the memo lays out that if there's a principals' meeting that is outside their scope, for example, a domestic issue that doesn't pertain to the military, they're not required but certainly welcome to be in attendance. We recognize that certain homeland security issues may not be military issues, and it would not be in the best interest of the Joint Chiefs' valuable time to be at these meetings. Just yesterday, we called several outlets who were severely misreporting this topic to better inform them about what this memo means. So let me just walk through this real quick. This is the 2001 NSC stand-up memo. This is the 2009 memo, and then this one is I've got the 13 here as well, or the 2017 rather, right here. This is the language that consists of the national security team, the director of the Central Intelligence, and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, as statutory advisors to the NSC, shall also attend NSC meetings. That is the identical language in 2017 as it was in 2009 when Obama drafted his. Verbatim, identical. The makeup of the Principals Committee from 2017 is exactly as it was in both 2017 as it was in 2001. 100% identical, except we add the word also. I think it's pretty clear that if you look at all three of these, that's what it does. To be clear, the memo just yesterday we called that out. Starting with the membership of the NSC, as you can see here, the language that's part of the President's memo is identical to the language from President Bush's 2001. The only thing that's changed in this is the addition of the Director of National Intelligence as a position that didn't exist in 2001. For what it's worth, it's the same as Obama's, save for the word also. In terms of the Principals Committee, as you can see from the various language here, and this is, I'll give you 2017 on the Principals Committee. This is the Principals Committee in 2017, and this is the 2001 Principals Committee. It is literally 100% the same. 2001 and 2017 are identical. So this idea that there's been a change or a downgrade is utter nonsense. With respect to the Joint Chiefs in particular, the President holds Chairman Dunford in the highest regard. The suggestion that he would downgrade the important role that the Chairman plays in matters of national security reveals a fundamental misunderstanding of the tremendous respect that the President holds for both the Chairman himself and the Joint Chiefs as a whole. For the record, I know someone tweeted out, where was the CIA in this? The CIA hasn't been part of the NSC since the DNI was sworn in for the first time in 2005. That being said, the President has such respect for Director Pompeo and the men and women of the CIA that today the President is announcing that he will amend the memo to add the CIA back into the NSC. So I know that there was a tweet yesterday from the former National Security Advisor that said, "Where is the CIA out of everything?" Well, I'd like to remind the former National Security Advisor that when the memo was drafted in 2009, I don't see the Obama administration including the CIA in theirs. It is President Trump that is including the CIA, not the former administration. So just to be clear, when it comes to the CIA, as you know, number one, it wasn't part of the restructuring of the NSC after the DNI was named and sworn in 2005. And we are the administration that's adding it back into the NSC and amending it in. It was the Obama administration that didn't have it in. So to answer the former National Security Advisor's tweet, the CIA is in ours and it wasn't in theirs. With respect to hold on one second. Moving on, the President also signed another memo when he was at the Department of Defense instructing the Joint Chiefs of Staff in the next 30 days to deliver